He was there inaugurating the International Gita Mahotsav. Did you hear that news? And he said that our real strength is Bhagavad Gita. And this time they have added 25 countries as their partners, where they are spreading the Bhagavad Gita. Of course, Bhagavad Gita is available in different languages. And there is a program in those 25 countries to bring their scholars to Kurukshetra. Actually, this program is being held in Kurukshetra. Every year in Kurukshetra, there is International Gita Festival. And they want the world scholars to know about Bhagavad Gita, so that the glory of India can be established through Bhagavad Gita. And what about us Indians? We are not taking the advantage. The advantage which the entire world is seeking to gain this knowledge and wisdom of Bhagavad Gita, we have somehow sidelined it. We are thinking that Bhagavad Gita is not for me. So that is a big disconnect that the generation, what is the generation Z or X? No, not alpha. Alpha, beta, gamma are old. But there's a big disconnect. Because if you really want to experience prominence in global scenario, we cannot compete with them with science and technology. But we can, of course, become their guide, their mentor, by giving them spiritual knowledge. But how we will give them? How we will convince them? Only if we have. So it is very imperative for us to take advantage of this knowledge, make our life successful, and then become an instrument to make others' life successful. That is the purpose of human life. Purpose of human life is not eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That is available for lower species of life. But how to be free from suffering? You see today's world scenario? What is the scenario? Everyone is suffering. There is so much insecurity in the heart of everyone. Even in the city as Delhi, just few days back, there was an attack and so many people died. So this kind of uncertainty, this kind of uh, massacres are there only because of ignorance. So how to dispel ignorance? How ignorance can be dispelled? By bringing knowledge. Knowledge. And we have the vast reservoir of knowledge in the form of Bhagavad Gita. It is like one who has a whole reservoir of water and he is searching for water outside and is thirsty. So it is high time that we connect to our roots, to our foundations, and take advantage of the spiritual knowledge, the spiritual resources that we have, make our life successful, and make others also share this success. So today I will share some of the principles of Bhagavad Gita with you in this session. We are already discussing the 10th chapter. Bhagavad Gita is spoken on the battlefield. It's very interesting. The setup of Bhagavad Gita is very interesting. It is not like what we are doing. We are very comfortably seated in a classroom. But Bhagavad Gita was not spoken in the classroom. Bhagavad Gita was spoken on the battlefield, where every moment there were so many lives at stake. And in a way, Bhagavad Gita is to be taken as a book which releases the death, the death situation in our life. Because in battle, what happens? If you make a battle, and what is the battle? To make the right decision. We are always baffled. We are always perplexed We are always bewildered, confused what decision we should take. So Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to give us the path of righteousness, to bring us to take the right decision, the perfect decision in life, which can make our life successful. So we will continue from the 10th chapter. We have discussed the first two verses. This chapter is on title, The Opulence of the Absolute, where the Supreme Lord is explaining again in detail, of course. As you have maths, you study maths in class 5 also. You study class 8 also, you study math. And if you do graduation, then also you study math. Hmm. One granny came and she told her granddaughter, 4 years back I came, you were studying math. And now I have come again, you are studying math. In 4 years, you did not pass your classes. It is not like that. What she is doing now, she has graduated from school and she has joined the college. The math which is being explained in the college cannot be compared to the math in the primary school. So here Krishna is detailing in depth the knowledge of his opulences, which he has indicated in the previous chapters. So Krishna says that Bhuya eva Mahabaho Shunu me paramam vacha. And why Krishna is speaking this chapter? Because for our benefit. Yatteham priyamanaya. Considering Arjuna to be his dear friend. So Krishna considers every living entity to be his dearmost. Why? Can anyone answer why Krishna considers everyone? Do you find anyone in this world who considers everyone as the dearmost? Is it possible? Not possible. We may have one or two people who are dear. Few people who are dear, but only one or two people who are dearmost. But Krishna here in Bhagavad Gita, he claims that he considers every living entity his dearmost. Sruhidam sarvabhutanam. Why and how? How is it possible? Just think how it is possible. Is it humanly possible? No. Humanly it is possible that one considers every living entity to be the dearmost. We see in our family we have so many fractions. We may get along with some family members, we may not get along with others. Isn't it? In the place of work also, do we get along with everyone? No. Do we consider everyone the dearmost? No. So why and how Krishna is saying that he considers everyone to be his dearmost? And for their own benefit, Krishna is speaking this Bhagavad Gita. Yatteham priyamanaya vakshayami hitakamaya. I am giving this knowledge to you for your own benefit. It's not so difficult. What is the basis? What is the basis that Krishna considers everyone to be his dearmost? Because he created everything. Oh, yes. Very good. Very close. Very close. Yes, because he is the origin. He is the root. He is the foundation. He is the seed. He is the father of every living entity. Daughter, everyone. He does not discriminate. Does he discriminate? No, he does not discriminate. So Krishna is speaking this Bhagavad Gita for our eternal benefit. And it is up to us to how much we can accept and take as. Krishna speaks this opening verses that the knowledge about Krishna is unlimited and no one can know him fully because he is the source. He is the foundation. He is the seed of everyone. So everyone else is created and Krishna is the creator. So is it possible for the created to know the creator? Is it possible for the created to know the creator? No. No. Limited. Very, very limited. Huh? So, but when the creator reveals himself, then the created can know him. So the second verse, Krishna said that even the great sages and the demigods do not know about my opulence and origin, because I am in every respect the source of the demigods and the sages. So we will take the third verse. So before I take the verse, we will have invocation, prayers, because this knowledge is suprahuman. This is beyond the uh, comprehension of human intelligence. So how we can access this? Through spiritual intelligence. So let us have this prayerful submission to the Lord, that He bestows us the spiritual intelligence, that we can accept this knowledge. This is there on the, okay, you have the sheet with you. This prayer, please recite with me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So this is the third verse. We will continue from the third verse onward. This is page number 447. So Krishna continues to enlighten Arjuna, and through Arjuna he is enlightening all of us. Yomam ajam anadim cha Veti loka maheshwaram asammudha samarteshu sarva pape pramuchyate yomamajam anadim cha Veti loka maheshwaram asammudha samarteshu sarva pape pramuchyate yomamajam anadim cha Veti loka maheshwaram asammudha samarteshu sarva pape pramuchyate. Please recite.
Yo mamajam manadim cha
Yo mamajam anadim cha loka maheshwara mula samarteshu sarva pape pramuchyate. Very good. Precise recitation. Good meter. Please try. Unless and until you make an attempt, how will you recite? Go ahead. Yo mamajam anadim cha vetti loka maheshwaram asammula samarteshu sarva pape pramuchyate. Boys, men.
Yo mam ajam anadim cha
Yo mamajam anadim cha
loka maheswaram
vetti loka maheshwaram
asamura samartesu
asammula samarteshu
sarvapape pramuchyate.
sarva pape pramuchyate. So Krishna has spoken so far that neither the great demigods, even the demigods who are having the highest authority, like Brahma, Shiva, Chandra, Indra, Surya, they do not know Krishna's origin. They do not know Krishna's uh, opulences. So one may say, okay, sometimes the demigods, when they are in difficulty, when they are in wilderness, what they do, whom they approach? Sages. Uh, The demigods, they also have their spiritual master. Who's the spiritual master of the demigods? Yes, very good. Brihaspati. Or even if they have difficulty, they approach Narad Muni. So maybe the demigods do not know because in the heavenly planets, the demigods are very much absorbed in uh, enjoying tendencies. But what about sages? The sages are very knowledgeable. They are very learned. And a great advantage of the sages is that they are not absorbed in sense gratification. They are austere. Yeah, they are detached. They are renounced. And renunciation brings spiritual knowledge. But Krishna says that is also not sufficient. So Krishna has in the last verse, he has highlighted this point that neither the host of demigod nor the sages know my origin or opulence. But somehow, if his devotee, uh, he comes to know about the position of Krishna. What is the position of Krishna? That he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he says that one who has this understanding, one who has this realization or conviction in his heart, three things Krishna is saying. That Krishna is first, he is Ajam, Yo Mam, one who knows that Krishna is Ajam. Ajam means, Ja means to take birth. All of us take birth. With the date of birth has been stamped our date of expiry, whether we accept or not. With the date of birth, also with the date of birth, there is date of expiry, isn't it? Any product you pick up in the market, if there is manufacturing date, with the manufacturing date, there is expiry date. Is there any exception to anyone in this world? But do we know what is the expiry date? Have we prepared ourselves for meeting that expiry date? No. Anyway, so Krishna is Ajama. He does not take birth like us. Living entity is forced to take birth according to his action, according to his karma. Whatever karma he has performed in this life, that will decide what body he will take in the next life. That Krishna has already spoken in the 8th chapter. Anyone remembers what was the verse? In the 8th chapter, Arjuna asked 8 questions. And one of the questions was, what is karma? Kim tad brahma, kim adhyatma, kim karma purushottama. And who remembers what Krishna answered? What is karma? Very, very precise definition of karma, given in Bhagavad Gita. What is karma? Yeah, of course it is action. But action which decides our future bodies. Our current actions will determine what will be our next bodies. Bhuta bhava udhav karo. So, Bhuta Bhava means the body that we are going to take the next. That will be decided by today's action. So, Krishna says, one who knows me that I am unborn, this is one. Then he is Anadim. Adi means that which has any origin. Like we all have origin. Who is our origin? Our mother and father. If you trace back, what is their origin? Their mother and father. If you go back, go back. So who is the origin? Who is the first principle from where everything exists? It is Krishna. So once I went and I was having an exchange with one of the teachers, very serious, very senior teacher of some other religion. So we were discussing Bhagavad Gita. So he was saying, okay, I agree with you that I have origin, you have origin. If you say that Krishna created everyone, then my obvious question is, who created Krishna? So this is the uh, typical thought process that we have. What we try to do, we try to equate Krishna with ourselves. This is what Krishna is revealing here, that he is Anadim. This is what Brahmaji realized, that Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda. He is Anadir, means he has no origin. He is the origin of all. You understand? We don't know. In this material world, we have no such experience. Do we have such experience? In this material world, do we have any spiritual experience? Did anyone have any experience? No. Do you ever feel that there is a soul which is inside the body? Have you ever felt that? No. Matter cannot have spiritual experience. So unless and until we come to this spiritual platform, we cannot have that spiritual experience. So Krishna is Anadim, but he is the origin of everyone else, but no one else. Otherwise, how he can be God? If someone has he has the origin from someone, then that person is more greater than the Supreme Lord. Then how can he be supreme? Simple logic. Although he takes birth as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, but he shows his uh, supreme form. And Vasudeva and Devaki, they start to pray to him. But when he comes to Vrindavan, when he steals butter, and Balram says that you don't know who has taken birth as Krishna in your house. What Mother Yashoda does, she takes up the stick and says, everyone has to come and take birth in my house only. And he says, this, he is Supreme Lord and you are Supreme Servitor, does not accept the majesty of Krishna. Why? Because the parental love is so thick and so supreme that it overshadows the opulence of the Supreme Lord. So Krishna is both Ajama, he is Ajanma. Spirit soul is also Aja. In the second chapter, Krishna has already spoken. We all the spirit soul, please come, take a seat. The spirit soul is also unborn. Body is born, but the spirit soul is not born. Body takes birth and body dies. Body goes through 6 transformation. But the spirit soul remains unchanged. The spirit soul is also unborn. But even though we are all spirit, but we have foundation, we have origin. So we cannot say we are also like Krishna, that we are also Ajam, but we are not Anadi. We have Adi. And that Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karan Karanam. He is the cause of everyone. And also Krishna is Veti Loka Maheshwara. He is Ishvara. Ishvara of the entire universe, of all the planets. If you see the position of Lord Brahma, Lord Brahma is also Aja. He is born from the lotus flower. He does not take birth like us, but he is not Anadim. His Adi is Krishna. And of course, Brahma is not the Sarvalok Maheshwara. Brahma is the king of only one planet. What is that planet? Brahmaloka. So Krishna is Ajaha, he is Ajam, he is Anadim, and he is Lok Maheshwara. He is the Supreme Lord and the master of all the universal planets. So one who knows Krishna in this way, that Krishna is unborn, Krishna is the source of everyone, and Krishna is the master, the proprietor, and the controller of the entire universe. Such a person is Asamudha. Asamudha means one who is never in doubt or bewilderment. In this material world, everyone is always in doubt and bewilderment. Why? Because we do not accept the authority of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one who has realized Krishna, for him, in this material world, there is no further suffering. So he is asamudha. Amongst whom? Samarteshu. Marteshu, understand? Those who take birth in this planet Earth, what is their fate? That they will live only for some time. And finally, they will face death. So asamudha samarteshu. So amongst those who are going to die, such a person who has this clear knowledge and conviction of Krishna being unborn, Krishna being the source of everyone, and Krishna being the proprietor of all planets. He is never bewildered. And why he is never bewildered? Because he is sarva papai pramuchyate. He is free from all sins. So very important, very deep analysis from this verse. I don't know how far I can discuss with all of you. It depends on your interest. That why there is bewilderment in our life, why there is confusion in our life, why there is a duality in taking decision in our life. The reason which Krishna is diagnosing, because of sinful life, because of sinful reactions. If we are free from sin, if there is no sinful reaction remaining in our life, then our life will be very, very defined, very clear. There will not be a trace of doubt. And why there is sin? Why do people commit sin? You see a cigarette packet. What is written on top of the cigarette packet? Smoking is injurious to health. And in some places, there is crime also. If you give a child the cigarettes packet, then there is some crime. But are the shopkeeper, if a child goes and gives a 50 rupee note and says, please give me a pack of cigarette, will the shopkeeper report to the police? What he will do? He is happy to keep the 50 rupee note, and to him to hell with the child. So, papa means sinful action or sinful reaction because of sinful action. So, pap is because we are ignorant. Suffering is because of sin, and sin is because of ignorance. So one who is free from ignorance, one who is in knowledge of Krishna, for him there is no question of any sin, and because he is not committing any sin, his life is blissful. There is no question of any suffering. Okay, so we'll discuss it in length. Prabhupada gives a long purport. Let us see how far we can discuss this. So Krishna says, he who knows me as the unborn. Okay, fine. Supreme Lord is unborn. Spirit is always unborn. Because spirit is that which never changes. As the beginningless and as the Supreme Lord of all the world, he only undiluted among men is freed from all sins. As stated in the 7th chapter, 3rd verse, see the purport. Manushyanam sahastreshu kashchid yadati siddhaye. Those who are trying to elevate themselves to the platform of spiritual realizations are not ordinary men. So who will attempt? Amongst millions, only few will attempt. What is the count in IARI? How many resident students and faculty are there? Few thousands. How many are here in class? See, the verse is exactly true. Amongst millions, only few will endeavor. Manushyanam sahasreshu. Sahasreshu is amongst thousands. Kashchid yadati siddhe. In this path of perfection, only few will be interested. Others are interested where? Huh? They are busy in eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. These four activity. The entire world is engrossed in these four gross activities. They are not ordinary men. They are superior to millions and millions of ordinary men who have no knowledge of spiritual realization. But out of those who are actually trying to understand their spiritual situation, one who can come to the understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the proprietor of everything, the unborn, is the most successful spiritually realized person. So, to come to this understanding or to come to this realization or conviction is not very common. It requires great deal of purification. Purification from where? From sinful life. If one has completely given up all sinful activities and is free from sinful reaction, then only he can have this realization. Else it is not possible. In that stage only, when one is fully understood Krishna's supreme position, he can be free completely from all sinful reaction. So that is a very, very elevated stage. That is a very pure, pristine stage. Here the Lord is described by the word Aja, meaning unborn. But he is distinct from the living entities who are described in the second chapter as Aja. When Krishna is giving the discourse on the difference between matter and spirit, so he is defining spirit. And in verses from second chapter 11th verse till practically verse number 30, in almost 20 verses, Krishna is speaking about the distinguished position of spirit. How spirit is superior to matter. And in the 20th verse, he says, Na jayate mriyate va kadachin. Na jayate. Jayate means to take birth. So na jayate. Who does not take birth? The soul. The spirit does not take birth. Because it does not take birth, na jayate, na mriyate. One who has taken birth will die, na? One who has not taken birth, there is no possibility for him to die. So we may equate many so-called philosophers and seekers, they feel great elevation in trying to equate themselves with the Supreme Lord. Huh? They said that Soham, we are also the same. A same in which respect? Only one aspect, that the spirit soul is also unborn. So here the Lord is described by the word Aja, meaning unborn. He is distinct from the living entities who are described in the second chapter as Aja. The Lord is different from the living entities who are taking birth and dying due to material attachments. The conditioned souls are changing their body, but his body is not changeable. This is one aspect. That although we are also all spirit souls, but we do not identify ourselves as spirit soul. We identify ourselves as bodies. And our bodies are constantly changing. You have a body. What is your age? Devansh? Divyansh. 8. One who is 28. Some of you may be 28. 28. Where is the body of 8-year-old? Where is it gone? It is gone. It is over. Huh? Some of you may be 38. A 28-year body, youth body is there? No. And when you turn 58, it will still not be there. So in the same lifespan, we have changed so many bodies. So we are changing bodies. The Lord is different from the living entities who are taking birth and dying due to material attachment. The conditioned souls are changing their body, but his body is not changeable. Have you seen the photographs of Lord Krishna? When he was in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, what was his age?
29.
No. From where this calculation of 89 has come?
Then 180.
Huh?
180. 160.
Arey, you keep, throwing numbers. His age was 125. I'll explain how. He stayed in Vrindavan when he was till 16. And from 16 till 25, he stayed in Mathura. And when he was Mathura, for next 100 years, he stayed in Dwarika. And from Dwarika, he came to the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So how many years? Okay. Yeah. So my request to you is don't just, vent out anything. First, give it a thought. So he was 125. But how you see his photograph like Bhishma Pitama or Guru Drona? No. Krishna is Nav Yavanamcha. He is always youthful. Why? What does not change? Prabhupada is writing here. But his body does not change. Even when he comes to this material world, he comes as the same unborn. Therefore, in the fourth chapter, it is said that the Lord, by his internal potency, is not under the inferior material energy, but is always in the superior energy. Ajo api san avyaya atma. You can see the verse 4.6. What is the verse number? Dayashil? Oh, what is the verse number? 4.6. 4.6, page number 199. Krishna says, although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, our body is subject to deterioration. And although I am the Lord of all living entities, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. So this is the difference. But he is always in the superior energy. Okay, come back to the main verse that we are. In this verse, the word Vetti Lok Maheshwaram indicate that one should know that Lord Krishna is the supreme proprietor of the planetary systems of the universe. Not only one universe, of the entire creation. He was existing before the creation. This is most important. How he is the controller and proprietor of the entire universe is because he is the one who has created everything. So he was existing before the creation and he is different from his creation. This is very important. All the demigods were created within this material world, but as far as Krishna is concerned, it is said that he is not created. Why? Because he is the creator. Therefore, Krishna is different even from the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva. And because he is the creator of Brahma, Shiva, and all other demigods, he is the supreme person of all planets. So this means that he is Vetti Loka Maheshwara. He is the Maheshwara. Isha means the controller. Ish means to control. And Maheshwara means he is even the controller of Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Shri Krishna is therefore different from everything that is created, and anyone who knows him as such immediately becomes liberated from all sinful reactions. So, how he becomes liberated? By being situated in knowledge. See, if you deeply analyze, as I said, that the root cause of performing sin is one's ignorance. So once the ignorance is dispelled, so that is why we cannot stop crime. Can the government, the successive government, what is the situation in the world? What is the world scenario? Is crime rate increasing or decreasing? Huh? Huh?
Decreasing.
What is decreasing? What is, huh? Can you say the question? If you do like this, then I have to, tell you to wait outside the class. You have to, the first, I told you last time also, no? Knowledge begins by, if you don't hear, then you want to speak, you don't want to hear. Arjuna is speaking in between, he's hearing. So where we were? Yeah, the crime rate is increasing. Although we say the literacy rate is increasing. Is it connected? If the literacy rate is increasing, how the crime rate is increasing? It is not connected. Because it talks about the ignorance. Where is the ignorance? Ignorance in knowing the supreme personality of God. This is where our ignorance is every day widening. So many capable persons are coming, even in India. Even after the regime of Prime Minister Modi, crime rate has gone down. Again, you speak. Why? Because unless and until we are connected with the Supreme Lord, uh, there is no question of freedom from sin. And as we commit sin, what we will do? We have to suffer. And the suffering will come in the form of so many other living entities creating disturbances, which is called Adi Bhautik Klesh. So how the suffering will come? Suffering comes in three ways. Universal suffering is there for everyone. First, it is called the Adi Bhautik. That the suffering which is coming from other living entities. A terrorist attack. What the innocent people, what did they do with the terrorists? Did they do anything? In the night you are sleeping very peacefully. And who disturbs your sleep? One small mosquito will come and he can disturb your sleep. And if he bites, you can have further more complications. Have you done anything wrong with the mosquito? For no rhyme and reason, he comes and disturbs us. So this is called the Adi Bhautika. Then, what is the next? Adi Devik. Adi Devik is like if the temperature goes from 12 to 5. What will be the position? The attendance will be even half this class. Yes or no? Huh? Why? Because of excessive cold, excessive rain, excessive heat. So are this suffering man-made? Can anyone prevent? So this is Adi Devik, which is coming from the higher authorities, superior authorities, the demigods. Excessive heat, excessive cold, excessive rainfall. And can anyone prevent? Can President Bush put veto there? Can he put some tariff there? If the rain come, I will charge you with 1000% tariff. Can he stop? He is clueless. He has no control. So this is called the Adi Bhautika Klish. We are all suffering or not? So if person is a little intelligent, he can detect. But a person whose intelligence is completely rotten, he cannot detect. And the biggest suffering is coming from where? What is that Adhyatmic? From our mind. What causes the greatest turmoil in our heart? Our own mind. How? By constant flow of negative thoughts. Right or wrong? So these three sufferings, Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, and Adhyatmic, are there for everyone. Why we are suffering? Intelligent person is one who questions that I don't want to suffer. And he wants to make some solution to the suffering. So sarva papa pramuchya. Till that time one is not serving the Supreme Lord, which is the duty in human form of life. What will be due in his life? His quota of suffering. And suffering is due to sinful activity. So here, Prabhupada is explaining that one who knows Krishna as he is Ajaha, and he is Anadim, and he is Vetti Loka Maheshwara. If we accept that Krishna is Vetti Loka Maheshwara, then he is the proprietor of us also, na? When he is the proprietor of the entire universe, when he is the entire proprietor of everyone else, so I am not included in that. Huh? But our mind will say, no, 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 no. He may be your proprietor, he may be your master, but I am the master of this body. Only by devotional service. So, okay, one must be liberated from all sinful activities and be in knowledge of the Supreme Lord. Only by devotional service can he be known and not by any other means, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. So, to know Krishna as he is unborn, to know Krishna as he is the uh, origin of everyone, it is only possible when one is in relationship with the Supreme Lord by performing devotional service. One of the very effective way of performing devotional service is hearing him from Bhagavad Gita. When we are hearing from Bhagavad Gita, from whom we are directly hearing? From the Supreme Lord Krishna. One should not try to understand Krishna as human being, as stated previously. Only a foolish person. What was the verse? Avjananti mamudha manushim tanumashita param bhavam majananto mama bhuta maheshwara. Previously in the 9th chapter, Krishna spoke that when I appear in this human-like form, people do not know me. What they do not know me? In these three ways. That he is Ajam, Anadim and Lokamaheshwara. One should not try to understand Krishna as human being as stated previously. Only a foolish person thinks him to be a human being. There was one foolish person who tried that. Who was that? Huh? Yes. And there's one more. Duryodhana. 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 When Krishna came in the assembly of Kauravas and he said, okay, never mind. If you want to keep the kingdom, you keep with yourself. But because these are Kshatriyas, you just give them 5 villages. And what Duryodhana said? That no, I am not going to even spare the space for needle to stand. And then Krishna says that what you are thinking. That you can win. Then Krishna says, it is not possible for you to win over Pandavas. And then Krishna showed his universal form there. And when Krishna showed his universal form, Duryodhana was thinking, yeah, he is human person. He is showing some magic. He told his soldiers that please arrest Krishna. So this is what Prabhupada is speaking. Yeah. Only foolish people think him to be human being. This is again expressed here in a different way. A man who is not foolish, who is intelligent enough to understand the constitutional position of the Godhead, is always free from sinful reaction. You see, Bhagavad Gita is very progressive. Krishna has again and again given this understanding. He has already given this understanding in the 4th verse when he says, Janma karma cha me divya. Krishna's birth, Krishna's appearance, and Krishna's activities are all transcendental. Divya means which is transcendental, which is not ordinary, which is not subject to action, reaction, the platform of karma. Like sometimes you go to some different cities. Supposingly from here you are going to Agra. You are going by a very good car. But when you move from Delhi, when you go outside Delhi, you enter Faridabad. Can your car uninterrupted go? What comes in between?
Right.
Huh? A toll tax comes. Toll tax comes. You have to stop. You have to pay. Even if there is this new, what is it called? Fast tag. But still you have to slow down. The fast tag has to be detected and then only they will open the gate. But supposingly the president of India's car is coming. The President of India is coming in this same highway. So what happens? That fast tag, that toll tax is not applicable to it. It is written there. If you see, when you are approaching a toll tax, there are some exempted categories written there. I'll give you one more example. When we are moving in the road, then what we have to follow? We have to follow the signal lights. If it is yellow or red, if somebody crosses, he will be punished. Yeah? But if you are sitting in a plane and if you are going above the signal, can you be fined? Those laws are not applicable. So this is what Krishna is explaining here, that a man who is not foolish, who is intelligent enough to understand the constitutional position of the Godhead, is always free from sinful reaction. So that person is most privileged. One who knows Krishna in truth. Krishna has spoken that. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvatha. Tyaktva deham punarjanma neti mameti so Arjuna. For him, there is no need to take birth again. Why? Because he is freed. Birth is only for those who have their quota of karma to come and suffer or enjoy what they have done in the past. They will not be liberated. One who has to take birth, that means he is in bondage. Who is in bondage? The soul. The soul is in bondage or not? Can we free? Can any doctor, consultant, AIMS doctor free you? Can your director free you? Can the Prime Minister free you? No. It can only be freed by a devotional service. Yes, by devotional service. If Krishna is known as the son of Devaki, how then can he be unborn? So some people ask this question, that Krishna takes birth as the son of Devaki. That is also explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. When he appeared before Devaki and Vasudev, he was not born as an ordinary child. He appeared in his original form and then he transformed himself into an ordinary child because he wanted to give them the joy. Yes, he wanted to give them the joy of being the parents of the Supreme Lord because they prayed for him. They performed so much austerity. And Krishna is inviting all of us. He's saying, if you want to become my friend, I am willing to become your friend. But the problem with us is we are not interested. We are not interested. The Prabhupada gives a very extraordinary statement. He says, anything done under the direction of Krishna is transcendental. Although we are in this material world, we are in this material body, and we have so many karmic reactions of this life and even of the past life. But if we follow the direction of Krishna, it cannot be contaminated by material reactions. Krishna says, Sarva dharmani parityaje mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshasyami masucha. Like the President of India, he has the authority. If somebody has capital punishment, you understand what is capital punishment? Someone is to be hanged. And if the petitioner, the person who is to be hanged, he makes a petition before the President of India. The President of India has the power. What is the power? He can free that person from capital punishment. And no judge can come in between and ask, how dare you do that? On what basis you do that? It is not possible. If the President of India takes the decision, no judiciary can obstruct or veto that. So this is very, very important. See, my dear devotees, aspiring devotees, is very important. If you really want to live a life which is of joy, then what you have to live? You have to be free from sin. Yes. And to be free from sin, we have to connect with Krishna. Because no one else in this world can free us from sin. Can our parents free us from sin? Can our teachers free us from sin? Can our doctors, consultants free us from sin? No one. This is very boldly, emphatically declared in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. No one, no other form of God anywhere has made such a bold declaration that I will free you from all sinful reaction. This is only Krishna who declares. Okay, so let's move ahead. It cannot be contaminated by material reaction, which may be auspicious or inauspicious. Anything which is done under the direction of Krishna, it is a transcendental. It is beyond both. Auspicious, if you do pious activity, what you get? You get punya. If you do sinful activity, what you get? Papam. You suffer. But anything which is done under Krishna's direction, it is free from both. Because if you do punya also, then also you have to take birth. Then you may take birth in a aristocratic family. Or you may go to the heavenly planets. And if you have done papam, then you have to take birth in the abominable species and suffer. So in any case, what is inevitable? Birth. And birth means suffering. Suffering. So freedom is only possible when one is serving the Supreme Lord. The conception that there are things auspicious and inauspicious in the material world is more or less a mental concoction because there is nothing auspicious in this material world. Everything is inauspicious because the very material nature is inauspicious. We simply imagine it to be auspicious. Real auspiciousness depends on activities in Krishna consciousness in full devotional service. Therefore, if we want our activities to be auspicious, then we should work under the direction of the Supreme Lord. Such directions are given in authoritative scriptures such as Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, or from a bona fide spiritual master. Because the spiritual master is the representative of the Supreme Lord, his direction is directly the direction of the Supreme Lord. The spiritual master, saintly persons, and scriptures direct in the same way. So if we are acting under the instructions and orders of the spiritual master, according to the directions of Bhagavad Gita, or according to the representation of a saintly person, then all our actions will liberate us. Liberate us from where? From the sinful, not only sinful action. Sinful reaction will, when we are free from sinful reaction, what will be liberated? The soul. The soul will be liberated from the bondage. All actions done under such directions are free from the reactions of pious or impious activities of this material world. The transcendental attitude of the devotee in the performance of activity is actually that of renunciation. And this is called sannyas. So what is sannyasi? What a revolutionary definition. Sannyas is not having big hairs, having only saffron cloth, big beard. That is not sannyas. What is sannyas? According to a devotee, to perform activity under guidance is sannyas. What a revolutionary definition of sannyas. So everyone is welcome to be sannyasi, whether a child or in a female body. Anyone can be a sannyasi. Krishna explains that. Who is actually a sannyasi? Krishna explains in the 6th chapter. You see, 6th chapter, 1st verse. He explains who is a sannyasi. So in today's world, you will not find real sannyasis. You will find mainly all the bogus sannyasis because no one is a sannyasi. What is sannyas? Krishna says, 6th chapter, 1st verse. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anashita Karma Phalam Karyam Karma Karotiya Sasanyasi Cha Yogi Cha Na Niragne Na Chakriya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, one who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated in the renounced order of life. He is a true mystic and not one who lights no fire and performs no duty. Little technical. It means that he is not a sannyasi who does not ignite fire. You mean? A sannyasi is not supposed to ignite fire. He is not supposed to cook for himself. But Krishna does not accept that. That because he is not igniting fire, he has become sannyasi. And he performs no duty. He says, I have nothing to perform. No. He says, one who is anashrita karma phalam. One who performs all actions, but he is not attached to the fruits of the action. And what he does, he offers that actions to me. He offers that fruits of his actions to me. And he is karyam karma karotiya. And he is duty bound to perform his action. In our case, what is the result? He will say, if I am going to job and I don't get salary, then why will I go? What is the need for me to go? So what is you know a carrot? A carrot? How the donkeys are made to work? The donkeys carry so much of load. And have you ever seen? I have seen, practically I have seen. What the washerman does, he will tie a carrot in one stick and he will move ahead the donkey, showing that carrot to the donkey. And that donkey is thinking that if I move a little ahead, I will catch that carrot. And what he carries? He carries so much of load on his back. So that is the position of everyone in this material world. We are all enamored by that dangling carrot of Maya. What we are thinking? That if I work hard, I can enjoy harder. It is never going to be. So actually, the sannyasi is who? One who renounces the results of his action and who does not renounce his duty. In this world, we see people want to renounce that duty, but they don't want to renounce the results. So one who is able to renounce the result is actually a sannyasi. Okay. So here, who is a sannyasi? Who works under the direction of the Supreme Lord. As simple as that. One who is working under the direction of a spiritual master, one who is working under the direction of Bhagavad Gita, one who is acting under the direction of the Supreme Lord, he is actually a sannyasi. Why he is a sannyasi? Because he is free from reaction of all his actions. The transcendental attitude of a devotee in performance of activities is actually that of renunciation, and this is called sannyas. As stated in the first verse of the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Oh, here is the reference. I didn't see it. Here exactly is the reference. One who acts as a matter of duty because he has been ordered to do so by the Supreme Lord, and who does not seek shelter in the fruits of his activities, anashrita karma phalam, is a true renouncer. Anyone acting under the direction of the Supreme Lord is actually a sannyasi and a yogi, and not the man who has simply taken the dress of a sannyasi or a pseudo yogi. Hare Krishna. I am just in time. It is 8:58 and 2 minutes. Dr. Dolamani today told me that Prabhu, please complete by 9. We started late by Krishna's blessing. So please try and understand this verse, what Krishna is revealing, that if we know Krishna, that is the topmost knowledge. Because by knowing Krishna, that means that we will accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We agree to abide by his instructions, and by following his instructions, what we will become? Asamudha and sarva papa pramuchyate. We will be free from sin. And what will be the quality of life when we are free from sin? We can really enjoy life. That joy, that what we want to experience in our heart, that will be there always. Otherwise, what will be the situation? Only suffering. So Bhagavad Gita is a book, a manual, which brings us from the platform of suffering to come to the eternal platform of joy. Provided we agree and abide by the principle given in Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. So I'll stop here. If you have any questions, there are so many devotees online also. Today the number is big, 14. Okay. So if you have any doubt, any question, please ask. If there is any confusion, if there is any doubt, please ask. Or if you want to have any further understanding, you may ask. Quickly, time is less. You just wait. You have to learn to hear. Yes, Nalavani. Wait.
So how to live a life free of sin? Because
Very clearly, what is the solution given here?
also act under the direction of
Simple.
the
Well, and how Krishna will come to you and give you direction? So what is written here? What we studied? Huh? Yeah, and his representative. You are working under the Ministry of Agriculture. Huh? Agriculture Minister is coming to you and giving you direction. Then you say only the minister comes and tells me I will do this job. Otherwise, who are you? Then what will happen to you? What will happen to you? Huh? You may be sacked. Okay. So there is a line of authority and there is succession. So, and actually, those who are representative, they do not have their own agenda. Their agenda is the agenda of the Supreme Lord, at least in spiritual parlance. Then it is not spiritual. If anyone is having his own agenda, then it is not Krishna's agenda. Then it is not spiritual. The spirituality is not there. Yeah, you want to ask?
See, I've seen people that they won't take a bath and do stuff, and they'll be like, the soul should be pure, not the body. So, and they'd say that we are the devotees of Krishna. So, is it right? But they're like you said that you shouldn't be like away from your duties in order to.
Okay. You have come for the first time today? You are studying here? What course you are pursuing?
See, I don't know.
I must say, you have come before? You have been here before? Your friend who has come with you?
She's listening.
You have been here before? Okay. See, if someone says that he is soul, then I asked you this question, does he has any experience of soul? If he is soul, then ask him, then he does not need to eat. If he does not need to bath, then he does not need to eat also. Because if bathing is for body, eating is also for the body, not for the soul. So please ask him to fast for 2 days. Wait. Just hang on. Will he agree for that? So what is he? He is a charlatan. He is a bogus person. How you will come to the realization of soul? By performing your duty. That is why Krishna says you have only one right. What is that right? To perform your prescribed duties. Karmanne vadhikaraste. But people will not accept. They will only accept this first line, which is 1/4. Ma phaleshu kadachana, they will never accept. Because this is where sannyas is required. If we do that, then they can come in the category of being a sannyasi. Ma phaleshu kadachana. They will not accept. Further also they will not accept. Ma karma phal heturbu. Ma you means no. Ma is very interesting. If you open this verse, 2.4, I don't want to run out of time because that poor makeshift bodyguard is there. He wants to lock and go, lock and leave. But very interesting. Yeah. That is why you will see people 99.9999% who have no understanding of spirituality. And people here, as our spiritual grand teacher said, that there are people who are cheaters and they will get cheated. Because they don't want to follow the original thing, they are looking for fake. And what they will get? They will get fake. Origin, what we have to do? We have to give up our own likings, our own desires, our own demands, and agree to what Krishna says. So either we can be in the party of Arjuna and become a recipient of Bhagavad Gita, and if you want to continue in the party of Duryodhana, then one cannot be the recipient of knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So what we have to do? We have to give up the association of Duryodhana and come in the camp of Arjuna. Okay? Thank you all very much. Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita. Yo mamajam anadim cha vetti loka maheshwaram asamura samarteshu sarva papaye pramuchyate. So first we will understand it theoretically, and when we apply the theory, it will give us realizations. But if you don't apply, then you don't get benefit. So please keep coming and hearing. After you keep coming and hearing, then gradually there will be some inclination in the heart that let me also apply, let me also try. That day will be glorious. You know, if you have to germinate the seed in the soil, you have to first prepare the soil. Otherwise, germination will not take place. If there is no soil preparation, even if you put the best seed, what will be the yield? Okay. So the sooner the better. Otherwise, many lifetimes will pass in preparing the soil. If you don't have the fertile soil, even if you have the best seed, it will not work. Okay. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. And my dear, what about Gita distribution? Please wait. One service I have requested all of you. How many